So we're going to be talking a lot about tonality. I use that word to describe a system of musical meaning making that emerged in Europe around 1600. One point of origin was the Florentine Camerata, where a group of musicians and poets and intellectuals got together in Florence in the 1570s to try to figure out how music is able to express things. Since then, it has come to shape a lot of music around the world, including pop music and rock and jazz. The process through which tonality has become a global phenomenon is intertwined with the history of colonialism and cultural imperialism. And we're going to talk more about that in later videos. For this introduction, though, let's just think about tonality as the system of musical meaning making that occurs in any music that uses major and minor keys and major and minor scales. Tonality is teleological, meaning that it is goal-oriented. It is hierarchical, meaning that some notes and harmonies are more important than others. And it is functional, meaning that pitches and harmonies have specific roles that they play in order to create a sense of movement and direction toward a goal. A piece of tonal music has a home base called the tonic. If the piece is in the key of G major, then the pitch G is the tonic, the first note of the G major scale, and the major triad built on that pitch is the tonic chord. Throughout the piece, a sense of direction and forward motion is created by moving away from that tonic chord and then coming back to it. Now, there's one harmony in particular that shows up almost all the time right before the tonic, a chord that sets up that feeling of homecoming and arrival. It is the major triad or seventh chord that is built on the fifth scale degree of the key. So if we're still in the key of G, that would be D. This pitch and its associated chord also has a name. It's called the dominant. And the dominant chord always includes the seventh scale degree as well, F sharp in the key of G, a pitch that's just 1/2 step below the tonic. Now, the movement from the dominant to the tonic is called a cadence. It is like the shot on goal, the basket, the moment that tonal music is always moving towards. In the same way that a basketball game would get pretty boring if it was just an endless succession of free throws, tonal music would get boring if it was just a succession of cadences. Other chords, like the chords built on the second, fourth, and sixth notes in the scale, have the function of preparing the dominant chord. They allow the music to move further away from the tonic before the cadence brings us back to the one chord. We will be calling these predominant chords. Throughout the rest of this sequence, we'll be looking at the ways that these three categories of harmony, tonic, dominant, and dominant preparation, work together to create suspense and interest and musical coherence.